Waterblasting Technologies now has more stripe hogs working around the world than our 4 closest competitors have combined. Frequently, visitors come from all parts of the world and want to know more about this incredible machine, built by an incredible team. Most of the time, I start at the tip at the end of the spear, which is the waterblasting heads. This really is where the work occurs, and all of the other equipment is designed to support this important component. I also generally start by explaining that we have 9 competitors around the world and that it's very helpful to understand what we build in the context of what they build. By forming a foundation of understanding, eventually we come to form a foundation of opinion and decision. Let's take a look for just a moment on a competitive head, and then we'll take a look at stripe hog head. This unit here weighs close to 30 pounds and produces a 10-inch pattern. You can see there's 4, 8, 12, 16, or 17, 18, 19, 20 jets on this head. Now, it spins obviously in a circular pattern, and an important component of any water blasting head is the ability to, hold on to that, the ability to protect the nozzles. And so you see here, this is a nozzle protector that slides down over top. This is actually for the 8-inch head, which I don't happen to have here with me. But just zoom in on this here, and I'm going to set this on the ground because it's very heavy. And you can see that this head bolts to the shaft. Of course, it's positioned like this with 5 bolts. And there's, of course, a seal here. To attach each one of these, which is a nozzle extender to prevent turbulence at the jet, also introduces a host of additional leak points. To machine this part, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leak points potential there. Where it connects here would be a 6th potential point of leaking, and then at the base of here would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And then you of course have to add an additional 20 for where the nozzle itself attaches to the nozzle extender. And if my math's right, that's 47 leak points. When you go to attach the head, there's 5 points of connection there, and these bolts all have to be torqued into the main shaft. 5 additional bolts that hold this primary to the spray head, and 5 more bolts that hold that on there. And then of course the nozzles shoot through the plastic, and the plastic protects the nozzles. Last I checked, this component from a competitive source was $135. Now let's take a look at the stripe hog method. What you see here held in my hand is the entire rotating apparatus that spins all of our spray bars from 6 inches clear on up to 36 inches. Amazing. This would be our comparable head to produce a 10-inch pattern. You can see they're quite similar in pattern, and it simply attaches to the rotating apparatus. It just spins on, spins off, and there's a simple brass seal in between the two. Now this is off of a different head, and Waterblasting Technologies offers heads from 6 inches up to 36 inches, and they all spin on and off just as easily as what you see there. And simply a cotter pin attaches, and here you can see a used one, and this piece is about $17, and you can see how easily it attaches and what a great wear piece it is. This is from an 8-inch 8-jet bar. Now, if I were to try to lift the apparatus that spins this particular bar, I would surely not be able to do that. It's a very, very heavy and large piece of equipment. Let's take a look for a moment. If you'll just come over here and take a look at the dual head that is a component on the Stripe Hog 8000. This machine produces 12 gallons per minute. Each of these heads handles 6 gallons per minute and handles bars from 22 inches to 36 inches. You can see, if you'll just come around over to this side, to position these heads along this bar, you simply loosen this piece and this slides freely in and out. The wheels can be positioned in a wide variety of configurations by simply loosening this bolt, and they'll swing around. And if you loosen these two bolts, the whole thing can slide freely up and down this bar. If you wanted to, you could position both heads on this side of this rotary actuator located in the center of the arm. So many configurations are available. This happens to be our 5-axis arm. We offer 3-axis, 4-axis, and a 5th axis as well. Many times a customer will have barrier walls that they want to clean, or even tunnels, and this arm can extend even in the vertical position and reach upward. So one last thing that I didn't mention is that each of these wheels is also easily adjustable. You can see it goes up and down, and this is critical in maintaining an appropriate distance between the blasting nozzles and the road or runway surface. So we've dealt with the tip at the end of the spear. Let's move on and talk for just a few moments about the truck's cabin. We do have some new features this year. And inside the cabin, this particular unit features a drop axle, the pressure of which can be adjusted here. It also features a new pistol grip. This pistol grip is designed for doing skip lines on the highway. When you set your speed by the potentiometer here on the joystick box, once you've got that speed adjusted, you can have a secondary speed which could be much faster here. And when you reach the end of a skip line, simply pull the trigger, advance very quickly to the next skip line. When you reach it, release, and the truck will return to its preset speed. Many other advancements in our safety systems. We've placed additional sensors on the large gearbox that eliminates additional engines. We run all of our power directly from the truck's engine. This represents a huge fuel savings, a lot more space and weight capacity available on the vehicle to haul water and debris storage. All of our components are easily reachable, and we do have a dual steer option in which the configuration of the electronics are positioned slightly differently. Moving back to our combination skid. This combination skid is only 45 inches in length. If you compare that to other systems, it's remarkable the space and weight that this unit saves. It houses our 40,000 PSI pump, which operates at 12 gallons a minute, 1400 CFM blower. And I've seen competing systems where the same components literally take up 12 feet of bed space. You'll notice the hydraulic system is located here on the hydraulic tree. All the piping is positioned in hard piping as opposed to hoses. This provides for a far cleaner and safer appeal. And in the event that a hose ever were to blow, you would have a variety of hoses that you could replace just by having one piece of hose on the truck. If we move and take a look here, this is a new standard feature It is a, I believe it's 4,000 PSI, 4 gallon per minute pressure washer. And this is driven by hydraulics on the truck. It's ideal for keeping the vehicle clean, as well as cleaning the debris tank from time to time. And with our new vacuum tank bagless system, it's a great tool for keeping those screens very clean on a daily or weekly basis. Most of you are probably familiar with our really great lightweight polyethylene tanks. These tanks are a big saver of space and weight. You can see that they're maximum height, maximum width, so that we fit as much capacity in a small space as possible. Those tanks are 1,050 gallons each. 3 of them together means we have 3,150 gallons on the vehicle. The great thing about these tanks is they are modular, and if a customer really would prefer less water, or perhaps we have a chassis that's capable of carrying less overall weight, we have the option of fewer tanks and less capacity. This particular unit is going to the state of Hawaii and various parts of the world. Various laws dictate the number of axles necessary, and as you can see, we've added a pusher axle in front of the tandems that provides for additional carrying capacity. And this large 1,700 gallon all stainless steel vacuum tank requires no disconnection of hoses and tilts at an amazing 60-degree angle. With that kind of an angle, there's no chance of any debris getting stuck inside of this vessel. And these 2 large 3-inch air-actuated valves can dump this entire vacuum tank in less than 3 minutes from the cab or from just behind the truck. This inflatable seal makes closing the vacuum tank and creating a watertight chamber and maintaining that very easy. A switch located just under the vacuum tank pushes, inflates the seal, and 20 PSI is maintained on this seal. Even if the face of the tank is dirty, the seal will still easily surround that and create a watertight chamber. You can see now the seal is totally inflated, and watch how easy it is to close the door and inflate the seal. Closing the door is as simple as swinging the door shut, positioning the handle in the closed position, replacing the pin, and simply inflating the seal. A one-way valve then prevents air from discharging from that seal so long as the vehicle is in the off position. This means that overnight, if you're parked, that you don't stand the risk of losing any water in the parking lot or alongside the road. In 2003, WTI introduced the debris bag system. The debris bag system allowed contractors to capture their water and debris inside of the vacuum chamber and then dump their water filtered to 100 micron while capturing the debris inside of the bag. This has allowed contractors all over the world to dump their water alongside the roadway or runway and then dump their debris later in a dried state back at the construction yard. Now, WTI introduces the bagless system. This vacuum chamber also allows for the use of a bag. You can see the familiar hooks located up on the ceiling. But this bagless system has a very durable polyethylene sheeting that also filters the debris water to 100 micron. When the sheeting becomes dirty, simply open the door and pressure wash from the back side. This is only necessary about once every 3 months. We've had such a system working now for 2.5 years with great results. Should a contractor wish to use a bag, You can filter your water to an even cleaner state by using a bag system in conjunction with the bagless system. The polyethylene sheeting is very easily removed and replaced after several years. The two square boxes you see on either side of the vehicle are the silt chutes. These silt chutes capture the silt that develops inside the tank and release the silt once you're dumping. So I would challenge you to consider all the unique features and benefits of this incredible system. Heads from 6 inches to 36 inches. 2 heads positioned in line or side by side with a gap in between. Individual speed control on each head. Some systems have one motor driving 2 heads. It gives you no individual control. 5-axis arm positions you vertically, linearly, in line, out of line. The 400 horsepower engine powering all components of the vehicle provides a single source of warranty and support over its entire life, and means that you're going to spend 10 gallons an hour of fuel as opposed to 18 on a 3-engine system. Consider the small compact space of the combo skid and the enormous space and weight created by 3-engine or 2-engine systems. The water supply, the flexibility and adjustment of modular water design, and the enormous capacity of our vacuum tank, bagless, bags. The number of options presented by this system is really incredible. We're really excited to be here, and we hope that you've found this interesting. If you have more questions, see myself or one of my capable staff. We'll be happy to assist you.